Play with fire. Wither. The fire. Rise.
Your death has come. Death will not take me.
Yo, Little Crab here. I've been grinding away Last Epoch, having a ton of fun doing it. I'm at a comfortable spot where I feel like I can showcase the build. I don't want to call it a build guide because it's the first video I'm doing for it. Sure, I'm going to forget something. I'm sure I'm going to miss something super important. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Let me know if there's something I need to say in future videos. So the gist of the build is getting all your damage out with Spirit Plague, Chthonic Fissure, and Wandering Spirits, and then using Profane Veil to buff all of them with increases to damage while channeling from our passive tree. This also gives us a ton of ward while we're channeling it. Profane Veil on its own doesn't do a lot of damage, but it increases all the benefits of everything else being out. So the mandatory uniques, I mean, the build can function without them. It's just this really pushes it to the next level. You're not going to be farming 200 plus corruption without grabbing some of these. So you really need a Bone Clamor Barboot. This gives us ward per uncapped necrotic resistance. So we stack a ton of necrotic res. This just goes up and up and up. Get as much as you can, because every 3% we get gives us one more ward per second. This is what lets us sit at about 2,500 right now, and that's without casting anything. We hold down Profane Veil, go up naturally. When we kill anything near us, it goes up. So while running through a map, usually at 4,000, 5,000, and that's without any, like, this is not min-maxed by any means. I've only got one item with legendary potential, you know, a legendary item. The other you want is Ghostmaker. This is a common dagger. It just gives us flat necrotic damage for damage over time spells. Huge help. Immolator's Oblation. This you get from the Soulfire Bastion boss. It has to be tier 3 or higher. This gives us flat spell damage for necrotic skills per stack of Ignite on it. So we need to get Ignite on ourselves. Malin's Hubris, which converts bleed into ignite chance. And then we grab Exsanguination for Spirit Plague, which every time you cast Spirit Plague, it also inflicts bleed on you, which is converted to ignite. Sit here and spam it. See, we gain tons of ignite stacks, which gives us a flat spell damage boost. And then the last one is Twisted Heart of Ukiros. This just helps stabilize our ward. So every time we cast a spell, we gain ward. It also gives us +1 to necrotic spells and +1 to elemental. Sonic Fissure is both, so it gets a +2. Everything else gets +1. And then the rest of it, I don't even have that great of gear because I was doing a poison damage version, but that just... the damage was great, the survivability was not, so I have been switching to a necrotic damage version. So the gist of it is you want flat necrotic damage, or percent increased necrotic damage, and necrotic resistance, because the more we get, the more ward we have. +1 to any skills you can get. You don't need life unless you're doing a low life version, but this current version, you do not need life on your gear because we are using ward. Doesn't matter how much life I have, all damage we take is going to hit our ward first. So stack up ward. You want ward decay, threshold, implicits where you can get them. On your boots, it is a huge help to use the Citadel boots, which give the reduced bonus damage taken from critical strikes implicit. Super helpful. Try to get as much of that as you can because that'll really up your survivability. I don't have the right base chest piece. I'd love to get ward decay threshold chest piece, but this one just rolled pretty well for me. And so yeah, necrotic damage, necrotic resistance, damage over time on rings and your catalyst, and obviously fill out your resistances. This is huge defenses. Do not ignore getting your fire, lightning, cold, poison. Void's less important, but get it when you can. And then we're also stacking armor. So we want armor granted from bone armor. So when we cast transplant, get bone armor, which gives us... I'd love to have more armor than this. This is pretty low. I'd like to get to 4,000 if I can. Because armor is a huge help. Help with all those little hits we take. For the idols, you want bone armor granted by... or armor granted by bone armor. And then perfect stuff would be necrotic resistance as the suffix. Increased duration of Profane Veil. This lets us hold this down for longer. Get a lot more ward. And buff all the damage while everything else is out. Chance to chill with necrotic skills. Chill is really nice to have. Each stack of chill reduces attack speed, cast speed, and movement speed of the monster it goes on. Defensive help if they attack much slower. So here is my current passive tree. I've been moving stuff around, but this is where I've settled on. Here's the base Acolyte page. Nothing like build defining, you're just getting to 20 so you can move Warlock. In here, the big ones that like kind of define the build without, the rest are just good. You want Ward of Malevolence. So this gives you ward per second while channeling per 2 intelligence. Stack int. This makes it so that when we're channeling Profane Bloom, get a bunch of free ward. The other one is Doom Herald, which we take less damage while channeling and more damage to damned enemies while channeling. We're getting damned from all of our other stuff. Specifically, Chthonic Fissure does a lot because of spirits coming out. And then the rest of it is just all the stuff that's good. You know, none of it is a... Oh, actually, there's one more build defining one. Aspect of Death. Because we're putting Ignite on ourselves, it just makes sense to go for this. This gives us more damage per negative ailment on us, and it also makes us damn ourselves. So we can't damn ourselves without hitting the enemy, but we can stack up the ignite, so we're kind of double dipping in that damage boost from igniting ourselves. The one thing to look out for is if you run into a big mob, you can get a ton of stacks of damned on yourself from killing enemies, which is another reason Immolator's Oblation comes in handy, because it has 100% chance to clean all ailments when we use potion. If you run into a big mob, bunch of weak little monsters that all die instantly, you can smoke yourself pretty quickly from all the damn stacks. Pop a potion, it clears everything off. So stack up a bunch of ignite and then just press a potion, we lose it all. Keep that in mind. You can kill yourself. It's hard to do, but be aware of it. And then here is the skill passives for Wandering Spirits. I'm just going to leave them up on the screen for a moment so you can copy them. For blessings, I don't have the ones I want. I really want armor, the flat armor one, the percent armor one, and then a better necrotic resistance. Oh yeah, I don't have most of the ones I'm looking for. Just keep an eye out for the ones that are obvious helps to you. You know, we don't have a ton of stats we're going for in this build. We really just want armor, necrotic damage, necrotic resistance, and then fill in any of your reses that you're really struggling to hit. If you can get the fire res if you're low, or lightning res, whatever. This is kind of up to you to fill in what you need on your build. None of them are mandatory except for necrotic resistance, because you really benefit from taking that. So I think that covers everything. Again, let me know in the comments if you have any questions, if there's something I missed, feel free to ask. And yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, it really helps out a small channel like this. And until next time, peace out.